You love your dog more than anything. I know you do. You want to give them the best life possible. But here's the heartbreaking question. How sure are you that you are actually doing what is best for them? We humans make mistakes. We misunderstand their language. We project our own feelings onto them, and sometimes, without even realizing it, we break their trust. Today, we are going to talk about 12 things that dogs find incredibly hard to forgive. These aren't just minor annoyances. These are actions that can leave a lasting impact on your dog's mental health and your bond with them. Some of them might sting a little to hear because we have all been guilty of them at some point. But the first step to being the best dog parent you can be is knowing better so you can do better. Pay close attention because your dog's future happiness could depend on what you learn in the next 15 minutes. Let's dive in with number 12, being inconsistent with the rules. We have all done it. You know your dog isn't allowed on the couch. But one night, you are tired, they look so cute, and you think, okay, just this once. Or maybe they steal a sock, and instead of taking it away, you laugh and take a video because it's adorable. It seems like you are being nice. But to your dog, you are being confusing. Dogs thrive on clarity. They don't understand the concept of exceptions. When you let them break a rule because you are in a good mood and then scold them for the exact same behavior the next day because you are stressed, it creates anxiety. Your dog doesn't think, oh, mom is letting me off the hook. They think, the rules of this world have changed. When you get mad the next time, they have no idea why. This unpredictability makes them nervous around you because they can't predict your reaction. The greatest kindness you can give your dog is consistency. It tells them exactly how to succeed in your world, and that builds confidence, not fear. 11. Breaking their routine. The chaos factor. Speaking of predictability, let's talk about routine. It is easy to forget how strange a dog's life actually is. They live with giant hairless apes. That's us, who speak a weird language, carry them around in roaring metal boxes, and randomly bring strangers into their territory. It is a lot to process. The way dogs cope with this alien world is by memorizing your routine. Okay, when the sun hits that spot, we walk. When the big bowl comes out, I eat. When the lights go off, we sleep. Their routine is their clock. It is their sense of security. When you constantly change their feeding times, skip walks, or disrupt their sleep schedule without warning, you are removing their anchor. A dog without a routine is a dog living in a state of low-level chronic stress. They never know what is coming next. If you want a happy dog, give them the gift of predictability. It sounds boring to us, but to them, it is safety. 10. The human hug. Love or restraint. Who doesn't love a big bear hug? Probably your dog. I know you see photos of people hugging dogs all the time. But biologically, hugging is not a canine love language. In the dog world, putting your limbs over another animal's neck or shoulders is a dominance move. It is often a precursor to a fight or pinning someone down. When you wrap your arms around your dog, you might feel love, but they often feel restrained. They feel trapped. If you look closely at photos of dogs being hugged, you will often see whale eye, where you see the whites of their eyes, ears pinned back, or a stiff mouth. These are signs of stress. They might tolerate it because they love you, but they don't enjoy it. If you force hugs on a dog who clearly hates them, you are eroding their trust in your touch. Instead, try leaning against them or scratching that sweet spot behind the ears. That is affection they actually understand. 9. Delayed punishment. The time machine. Error. Nobody likes being the bad guy, but sometimes you have to enforce boundaries. However, here is the golden rule. If you don't catch them in the act, you missed your chance. Let's say you come home from work and find trash all over the kitchen floor. The dog did it 3 hours ago. If you drag them over to the trash and yell, "Bad dog," they have absolutely zero clue what you're talking about. Dogs live in the present tense. They don't have a time machine in their brain to connect your anger now with the trash party they had at noon. All they know is that you came home and started screaming. This teaches them to fear your arrival, not to stop eating trash. It breaks their heart because they think you are unpredictable and scary. Unless you catch them in the act literally within seconds, let it go. Clean it up, manage the environment better next time, and move on. 8. Punishing fear instead of comforting it. This one is critical. Let's say your dog is terrified of thunder, or the vet, or strangers. They start barking, growling, or peeing on the floor. Your instinct might be to correct them. No, stop. It be quiet. But you cannot punish an emotion. You can only punish a behavior. If you punish a dog who is already terrified, you are confirming their worst nightmare. You are telling them, yes, you were right to be scared, because now the leader is attacking me too. Never ever punish a dog for growling or acting out of fear. A growl is a communication. It is them saying, "I am uncomfortable, please help." If you punish the growl, you teach them to bite without warning next time. Instead, remove them from the scary situation and work on building their confidence. Be their protector, not their prosecutor. 7. Forgetting to say, "Good dog." We are so quick to tell our dogs, no, stop, and don't. But how often do we tell them, yes? Imagine if your boss only spoke to you when you made a mistake and never said a word when you did your job perfectly. You would hate that job. Yet we do this to dogs all the time. Your dog is lying quietly on the rug. Good dog. They didn't bark at the mailman today. Good dog. They walked on a loose leash for 5 steps. Good dog. Your dog needs positive reinforcement more than they need correction. If you only interact with them to scold them, they will start to feel like they can never please you. They will stop trying. Take a moment every single day to capture the good moments and reward them, even if it's just with a smile and a "good boy." It fuels their soul. 6. Taking things away without a trade. Your dog has a shoe. You don't want them to have the shoe. So you walk over, pry it out of their mouth, and walk away. Problem solved, right, wrong. You just taught your dog that you are a thief. Dogs can be surprisingly possessive, and from their perspective, they found a treasure and you stole it. If you do this enough, you create resource guarding. This is when a dog starts growling or snapping when you come near their toys or food because they are paranoid. You will take it. The fix is simple. Always trade. If you need to take something away, offer them something better, a high-value treat or a different toy in exchange. Drop the shoe, get a piece of cheese. This teaches them that giving things up is a good deal, not a loss. It builds trust instead of resentment. 5. Confusing commands. The sit down, no stop salad. Sit no down, stay stop it. To a human, these might make sense. To a dog, it sounds like you are speaking alien gibberish. One of the biggest frustrations for dogs is when we use different words for the same thing, or when we repeat commands over and over without showing them what we mean. If you say, sit, 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 and your dog just stares at you, they aren't being stubborn. They are confused. They don't speak English. They speak body language and association. If you haven't clearly taught them what a word means in different environments, they won't know it. A dog who sits perfectly in the kitchen might have no idea how to sit at the park because the context has changed. Be patient. Be clear. Use hand signals. Dogs read body language better than voice. And don't blame them for a language barrier that you haven't helped them cross. 4. Teasing and pranking. Social media is full of videos of people pranking their dogs, barking in their face, putting tape on their paws, or pretending to throw a ball and laughing when the dog runs for nothing. Your human friends understand a joke. They understand irony. Your dog does not. To a dog, teasing is just you being mean for no reason. It is confusing and humiliating. Trust is a fragile thing. If you constantly trick your dog, they will stop trusting your signals. They will stop looking to you for guidance because your guidance has become unreliable. It's not fun unless everyone is having fun. Be the person your dog thinks you are: kind, reliable, and fair. Don't use their loyalty as a punchline. 3. Using the crate as a jail. Crate training can be wonderful. It gives a dog a safe den of their own. But the moment you use the crate for punishment, you ruin it. If your dog is acting wild and you angrily shove them in the crate and lock the crate becomes a jail cell. They will start to associate that space with your anger and isolation. They will fight going in there. They will feel anxious inside. The crate should always be Disneyland. It should be where special treats happen, where naps happen, where safety happens. Never use isolation as a weapon. If you need a break, calmly put them in with a Kong or a chew toy, but never do it in anger. 2. Ignoring their body language. Your dog is talking to you all the time. They just aren't using words. They speak with their ears, their tail, their eyes, and their posture. When a dog licks their lips, yawns, when they aren't tired, or turns their head away from you, they are screaming, "I am uncomfortable, please stop." If you ignore these polite whispers, they are forced to shout, which usually means growling or snapping. One of the things a dog will never forgive is when you repeatedly ignore their pleas for space. If you force them into situations they hate, like letting strangers pet them when they are backing away, you are betraying their trust. You are their protector. It is your job to read their signals and advocate for them. Learn to speak dog. It is the least we can do for them. And finally, number 1. This is the saddest one. Imagine you come home from a terrible day. You are grumpy. Your dog is so happy to see you tail wagging, bringing you a toy, trying to lick your hand, and you push them away. Not now. Get down. Leave me alone. We all need space sometimes, but be careful. If you consistently reject your dog's attempts to connect, they will eventually stop trying. They will learn that you are not a source of love, but a source of rejection. There is a concept called learned helplessness, or emotional shutdown. A dog who is pushed away too often becomes withdrawn. They stop greeting you at the door. They stop seeking cuddles. They become roommates instead of soulmates. Even if you are tired, take 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds to scratch their ears, look them in the eye, and say, "Hi, buddy." Acknowledge their existence. Acknowledge their love. Because to them, you are their entire world. And breaking their heart is something you might never be able to fully repair. Our dogs forgive us for a lot. They forgive our bad moods, our lateness, and our mistakes. But let's not test the limits of that forgiveness. Let's try to be the humans they deserve. I want to do something to honor the bond we have with these amazing creatures. Go down to the comments right now and type your dog's name. Let's build a tribute to the best friends we will ever have. I'll be reading them and sending love to every single one. Thanks for watching.